Yeah. What an insane couple of weeks it's been.
Saw you before.
Hello. Hi. I'm very good. You?
Very good.
Hold and give, but do it at the right time. You can be so back, but you must get to the line.
Fair few people who are going to miss Jurgen Klopp, including Paul Maych from Redmen TV, who joins us now. Right. Well,
What has he done different to other managers? Because there's been managers that have come in, but...
Well, he won the Premier League, so, which is a very good start.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, absolutely different to anyone else who's gone before in the Premier League.
Cause I'm so glad that Jurgen is away. I'm so glad he delivered what he said. Cause Jurgen said to me, when the Premier League, he said so. Cause I'm in love with him and I feel fine. We are the Redmen. We are the Redmen. We are the Redmen. I'm so glad he did what he said. Jurgen said to me, we'll win the Premier League, he said so. I'm in love with him and I feel fine. I'm so glad that Jurgen is away. I'm so glad he did what he said.
I know him as well from
Yes.
when I watch you. Yeah. So,
That's yours.
Yeah. Mine. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. The man who stole the World Cup. I will read it. Buy it and read it.
Thanks, Jurgen.
Madness. Absolute madness. And look, all of this was framed against the backdrop of the thing that I talked about on the last video that I put up. We launched the Kickstarter for my dad's book on the Thursday morning, and then, interviewed Klopp the next day, and then everything that's gone since. So yeah, very much still catching my breath. But the mad thing about all of this is we launched the Kickstarter, and if you don't understand what the Kickstarter is, then please do go and watch that other video, but I appreciate that not everyone will have done so. Short story, short version. My mum was diagnosed with dementia about 18 months ago, and in my own way, I decided the best way to help my mum and dad with that situation was to dig out a book that my dad wrote in the 80s that I've had in my possession since then, put a polish on it, and then make it a thing, finally, get it published. So we launched the Kickstarter on that Thursday. We set a goal of £7,600, and we absolutely smashed it, annihilated it. I have to be honest, overwhelming isn't even the word. Shocked, stunned, just the intense feeling of having my soul filled up as a result. Because look, good things definitely come from the internet, they really, really do, but considering what actually, the couple of weeks that have followed, and a lot of negativity that I've kind of had around me, it proves the double-edged sword of the internet, really. But when we were putting this out as a project, I was nervous. Yeah, I really genuinely was, because you're putting something real out into the world. You're putting your family out into the world. You're putting this thing that's been living with you for years, and I'm kind of making it public, and then almost like throwing that out to people, and the response that we've had has been mind-blowing, honestly. Yeah, just genuinely incredible. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone who has backed the book so far. I'll be honest, the plan was as such. We were launching the Kickstarter. Kickstarters have 60 days to run. So I was like, okay. So my plan was to launch the Kickstarter on like the Wednesday night, but it told me that actually if you did that, then it would end on a Sunday night at 11:30. I was like, well, I might need that extra few hours, so I'll launch it the next day so that it ends on a Monday now instead of a Sunday, because I might need every last second to eke out to get us to that target. Whereas in reality, you know, it's a 21,500 at this point. So it's real, it's getting printed, nothing is going to stop this book coming into reality, which is amazing, which is just amazing. But yeah, my plan had been get to July and then I'll start thinking about making, you know, finally preparing it and getting it all together, and then thinking about what that meant for us in terms of how many books we'd have left over and what do I do with distribution, and then what follows next. Do we need a website? Can I get it into bookstores? But that was going to be a 2 month down the line problem, which is now all of a sudden I say problem. That is not a problem. The problem would have been if everyone had gone, yeah, shut up, we're not interested in your Kickstarter. So these are good problems to have. But yeah, we're in a situation now where look, the fundraising element of it is done, and now we're very much in the, do you want a book? Do you want to read this book that I've told you all about two kids from Liverpool who get pulled into 1966 from 1986 and embroiled in the theft of the Jules Rimet World Cup trophy from England? One of the most famous sort of moments in English football history. An event that happens before England actually go on and win the World Cup. And if that goes missing forever, what does that mean for the future of football? There's multiversal timelines, there's football fandom, there's visiting great matches from the past, including a very, very famous Liverpool game as well. There's lots of talk of Kenny Dalglish and Spider-Man and comic book collecting. It's a cornucopia of football, time travel and geekdom. Yeah, written by my dad and polished up by me and proofread by my sister. So yeah, that pre-order is just going to sit there now. It's effectively a pre-order website now, the Kickstarter, which is great because that eases a lot of pressure. So yeah, if you've been holding fire and you want to check the book out, you can. Anyway, what happens now? So yes, a decision still to be made ultimately. Right now, the plan is to let it run until the end of the Kickstart, and then yeah, go into publication properly. We've got the final artwork from Jonny Weisberg. I've shown you some images in the past, which are very, you know, just amazing. The guy is supremely talented, but he finally sent me over the final version. And what we're going to do, and this is the beautiful thing about, we've got freedom to kind of make some really interesting decisions now, is we're going to do for all Kickstarter backers, it was already going to be first print hardback. You know, the only way you were ever going to really likely get one of them is through the Kickstarter. Well, we're going to do a special edition cover just for Kickstarters. So Jonny has mocked up this, and what it does is it's the full finished artwork, as you will have seen, which is obviously sensational. He's added a little bit more colour to make it feel a little bit more time travel-y behind them, but also he pays homage to the original manuscript, which I've shown you in the past, which is the old battered paper document, by like sort of having that worn look to it. So yeah, look, at some point down the line, this book may well have another hardback edition, but it will never be this. The only place you're ever going to be able to get this cover is via the Kickstarter. So everyone who's backed it so far will get it. Everyone who backs it in the coming days, weeks, and up until the end of it will get that covered as well. The signed editions, there's some extra bonus bits like getting your name in the book as well. So yeah, please do go and check out the Kickstarter. But mad, absolutely mad. Did not expect to be sat here, and least of all, like, we could have done this video a week ago, but it's been crazy. I've not even really had time to properly stop and soak it in. I know my dad's been reading the comments. He's been, yeah, I mean, like, I put another video out on my socials and that, saying that we launched it in the morning. I went to the gym. When I came back, it was a couple of grand in, which I burst into tears at seeing that. I then went to Redmen, recorded a couple of podcasts. By the time I finished the podcast, we'd done the target. I then drove to my dad's to tell him the news and give him a cuddle, and also pick my son up from school. And he wasn't home, and he had no idea that he'd not even looked at the Kickstarter since it launched. His plan was to leave it a couple of weeks and see how it got on. So yeah, we went out for a celebration meal and a drink and whatever, and then yeah, like, life has just been 1,000 miles an hour ever since. So the football season is done. I'm going to be taking a little break to kind of rest and recuperate and what have you. And then, yeah, it's full speed ahead with book promotion. So in the coming week, we've got, there's a feature going out on Owen Likes Comics. We've done an interview with the Anfield Rap, which should be going out on Monday. And Chris Pajak is going to sit down with me dad as well and do an interview on him to discuss everything, really, because so much of the focus has been on like the reasons behind why I went to make this a thing again, but actually not enough focus has been on what amazing book it is and the story behind the book itself. So yeah, my dad's going to be able to tell a little bit more of that, and yeah, so keep your eyes peeled for all of that good stuff as well. But yeah, as mentioned before, I genuinely love the book. I'm beyond thrilled now that there's no more doubt the money's there, or will be there when the Kickstarter ends, because that's how that works. And we're going to publish my dad's first book. It's wild. I'm very aware that my dad's been very quiet during this, and I saw him this morning. I was like, Dad, can you do us a favour? Can you just record a video just to let everyone know that you're alive and you're happy and this is a real thing? So I recorded. I haven't seen his thank you video yet at the time of recording this, but I'm going to drop it in at the end. A message from John Maych, the author, the very, very proud author of The Man Who Stole the World Cup. And yeah, anyway, listen, thanks so much. It's been a wonderful season. I'm going to be taking a bit of an extended break, certainly from Redmen TV over the summer, just to kind of get this all up and running and make sure this gets me full focus. But also, it's been a long 15 years since I started making that channel, and yeah, probably a well-earned break from all of that as well. But yeah, when I come back and all that, hoping to be reinvigorated, refreshed, and ready for the Arne Slot campaign. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much. The link will be in the description underneath, but you can just search Kickstarter and The Man Who Stole the World Cup. That will be absolutely stellar. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, week, summer, life. You're the best. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Just wanted to express my profound gratitude for all the people who've gone on to Kickstarter to pledge support for my long lost novel. Obviously, a great deal of thanks to Paul for all the efforts he's put into trying to achieve that. I was a bit sceptical that using something like Kickstarter, once he'd explained it to me, would be the place to go, but it's been remarkable, and I am extremely grateful for all the people who've gone on and expressed a desire to read the book, and of course, there are people who've gone on and pledged support without wanting a copy of the book. Maybe they're the clever ones, I don't know. Anyway, that's it really. Thanks to everyone. And when you get a copy of the book, I hope you actually like it. Thank you. Bye-bye.